love and love. This is chaotic. Oh, spirits of love, in between. What do we need here on this night? Don't guide us in the coming days. Thank you. Amen. Okay. So we got a lot going on here. Okay. In my lap, we have the Two of Cups. A union. This could be a friend union. This could be a significant other. This could be a prospect, a business prospect. Or just the balance of energies here coming together and experiencing this communion together. Huh. The Wheel of Fortune on top of this. Face down. So the Wheel of Fortune is in some play here. It was face down. So this is a underlying kind of hidden kind of like movement here. It's not obvious. And let me show you the cards. Here we go. And this was face down. Okay. The cat's playing with some dice here. Cat's sharing fish over here. The cats are interacting with each other in these cards. There's definitely possibly a hidden gamble here with interacting with this other person, this other, this partner. And we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. The next card drawn to here is the Chariot. Which way? Yeah, which way? And you might be confused which way to go forward. It feels like the cat's in the little side card. Is cute. You have this way, that way. So you're trying to navigate this situation. Like, how do I feel? How do I feel like, which way should I go moving forward in this situation, right? There is on the side of me the Ace of Cups here. And face down, oh, the Fool. So this was face down, so kind of hidden, kind of underlying energy of the Fool, a new beginning. But you have this direct Ace of Cups here. I feel like this is positive. Yeah, there's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of sharing here as well, I feel. There's some sharing and there's some confusion a little bit. But there's sharing. So maybe it's confusing about the sharing aspect. You may not be used to like being in a partnership. So it could also be sharing responsibility, relying with another person as a partner, depending on if this is a romantic relationship or like a work relationship or friendship, sort of like something, it almost feels like, yeah, there is, again, with this mingling here of energies. I feel like you're ready to take this leap. I also feel like with this image, because she's a witch and she's on a broom, that and she's in the flying position, I feel like if she left off this cliff, she would just fly, right? I mean, that's the overall feeling. The cat's a little scared. The cat's maybe new to this. Or maybe it's like, oh, will it work this time? It's another time. You know, that it's another cycle, it's a new beginning. Hopefully this time will also be good and we'll take off and fly. There's a boat down below in this image. The cat is a little scared in the, I don't know if you can see it, he's like hiding his face here. But here he's lapping up a pool of like a little puddle with growth coming out. There's two birds in each of the images. Twos, right? And in this one they are flying together. I'm just pointing out things that are catching my attention here. And then the last two cards that fell further away is the Ten of Cups and Death. Okay, the Ten of Cups and Death. The Ten of Cups, or the Death fell a little bit on top of the Ten of Cups here. So I feel like, let's see. Okay, obviously it's a nice picnic outing, family, the cat's comfortable, everyone's feeling great, the baby's out, okay, loving. And then there's death here. Death is, the cat has something, a fish, I'm not quite sure. But anyways, there's some transition here. There's some death, there's something ending and something beginning, right? Death is cutting the rope here, cutting the tie. There's some tie that needs to be cut. But there's choices here. There's two doors behind death. Interesting. So there's a choice that needs to be made. Again, with this Wheel of Fortune and this partnership. But what about the Ten of Cups? Death fell on the Ten of Cups. It's not to say that you're not going to be happy. There is contentment here. I'm getting that through many of these cards. But there is something that needs to, maybe your comfort level. Maybe there's something about a comfort level here. There also may be a change within a relationship going on for some people. For some people, there's a changing of a relationship, and some people it's a actual romantic partnership. Now again, you may know, you're gonna know your deal. You're gonna know if this resonates or not. It's not gonna resonate for everyone. Again, this is a very general reading. It's going to be for anyone who's drawn to it, okay? Because I'm seeing here we have the partnership, and I was drawn to the two birds in each of the, and then we have a partnership and a family here. We have death on the Ten of Cups, cutting of ties, and then we have this Wheel of Fortune face down with this Two of Cups. Again, there just might be like some really, it either may be a severing of ties for some people, but it also may just be a transition within the relationship. Something that's no longer, something new. Something that has been stable within the relationship, whether this be with a romantic partner or with a partnership of, there's different ways you can be a partner with another person. But there's this transition that you're supposed to go cut this rope, and then you go through and you pick a door. There's something about choice here. You need to make a choice. Something's ending, you need to make a choice. And again, with this choice here. So again, this also obviously could be business, a partnership, a friendship. I don't want you to think it's solely a relationship, but for some people it is. So we have this here. Very interesting. But there's definitely a choice. And there's definitely a partnership, and there's definitely a very strong transition, a strong cycle energy that's going to the next cycle. And there's a choice, and you need to make a choice. but I feel like you're ready. I feel like you're ready to fly. There may be some trepidation, but I feel like mostly you're ready. There may be some underlying trepidation because the cat is like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared. And she's like, woo, we're going, right? So, these cats are so cute. But yeah, I feel like in a lot of these images, the energy is really, it's positive. But there will be a little shakeup, okay? It's not going to be smooth as it's not going to be as comfortable as it would be if you were just staying still. And sometimes the stagnant can be uncomfortable too, but I feel like there is definitely some movement here, okay? Let's get a little more on this. Let's get a little more clarity. Oh, what do I want to clarify? Hold on a second. It doesn't feel bad. There's definitely a choice here. Definitely a choice. Let's try another tarot. Just to see if there's any energies that are like confirmation. Like, you know how that usually happens. Whoa! Jeez. Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Jeez. Okay, so I didn't even have to... In my hand, the deck, the card that didn't pop out, we do have pop-outs here, the Nine of Wands. Definite movement, definite rejoicing. We've had this in a prior reading. This feels good. You're ready to move forward. There's a lot of forward momentum, a lot of energy. The horse in the background, the beating of the drum, a lot of fire. There's stability as well. There's some grounding here with the drum, with the Four of Wands in the back or surrounding her. So there's stability. There's also a lot of forward movement. A lot of movement, just potential movement as well, but a lot of forward movement. Okay, so hate to break it to you. But we got the devil here. We got the devil here. Okay, we'll see what it means in this reading. It did fall over the Ten of Cups, and then like the death, but mostly over the Ten of Cups. And then we had two cards here come out: the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles. I believe it was reverse. So actually no, it was face down, and when I pulled it was reverse. So let me just read this and how I feel when I flipped it over. So I'm not quite sure. But anyways, let's see. The High Priestess knows. Again, with this combination of the devil and the High Priestess, that we had it in a prior reading. A couple of readings ago we had this. Maybe 3 or 4 readings, 2 or 3 or so, I don't know. But we had some manipulation of your intuition here. But these were they fell separate, so they weren't together. Again, this was the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles here. There is movement to the Seven of Pentacles, so there might be some again with this question in your mind. Again, I wasn't sure, like, oh, did it land because it was upside down, and when I pulled it, like, how did it? So there is some with this, which way do I go? Where do I go? A little bit of confusion here, right? With the Seven of Pentacles. You are seeing things grow, you are nurturing, but there's something about this growth, stability, the thing that you're nurturing, there's a question about it. But the High Priestess is upright. So she, or you, sorry, so you know, you can really tap in to figure this out. You can tap into higher states. You're going to get information. You're going to get these downloads. You're going to get a feeling, an overall feeling when you stop and you connect and you let things like come to you, so you're not in that confused state. Now again, with this devil over the ten of cups here, there's manipulation here. Interesting. One second. So there was these chains that you felt, or you felt obligated to something. Could have been a family. Again, this is the Ten of Cups. This is a family. There was probably a family obligation, or it could be something that kind of felt like family, or it was a situation that brought you some joy or comfort like a family that is undergoing this transition. There may have been some manipulation around it, or it could be that this great feeling that you felt was a manipulation. I'm not saying that how you felt was invalid. I'm saying that maybe things were a little too felt a little too good, or was a little too perfect, and that was kind of a manipulation, or it had you chained in a way because it felt so perfect or ideal. Something felt really ideal and perfect, and it really made you happy. It really hit all those emotional spots, right? And then the devil falls over that. And that was keeping you. That was keeping you tied to that thing, that feeling. And that feeling is going to be, remember, death fell on this Ten of Cups. And also the devil. You see the chains, the manipulation here. The connection is being severed. So whatever is keeping you here is being severed, or is changing, or is no longer, it's opening you up, okay? Whatever was keeping you locked in this plateau is changing, because a certain part of it is being cut away, opening you up to more possibilities. There's possibilities in the background once you get past this rope that's being cut. And of course, death is there. So you're going to have to experience death to move past and make this decision. But it might be uncomfortable, because you're used to, and it's not to say that the devil is really bad here, but it had you in a kind of complacent place. And again, this is different for everyone, so it could be bad for some people. But I feel like it was so idyllic that you really didn't, for some of you, like whatever this is, and maybe for some people it wasn't idyllic, it was just family. Family ties and obligations. But then again, for some of you it was just something that was very idyllic and brought you a lot of joy, that was keeping you locked into a certain position. And was kind of keeping you from moving forward. But that's about to change, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But this leap of faith that you're going to take, you'll know. But again, there's going to be confusion about it until you really tap in. You're going to be like, oh, I don't know. This is the solution, because the Seven of Pentacles was down here. It does have to do with something that you're bringing to life, that you're nurturing, that you're some kind of physical manifestation, money manifestation. But you really do need to connect. You need to clear your mind. Meditation's really important. I know I say that a lot, but it always comes up because it's important. It's really going to clarify things, right? Yeah. Death is coming to make the cut. Something's going to get cut. And it's going to bring you into new choices, new opportunities. beyond that. So that's good. What do we got? What do we got? My throat's doing okay. So that's good. I'm glad. What do we got? Ooh. We got strength. We got strength. You're strength. You're strong. Tapping into your strength. This fell on top of the chariot and the high priestess in the middle. On top of them. So, and it was face down, but so it's underlying strength. There's an underlying strength about you to make this decision. Yeah. Which way do I go? Oh, I need to connect to really get the information to make this choice. I'm going to know when I'm centered, when I'm grounded, I'm centered, and I'm connected, and I'm gaining information from divine source, from whatever I connect to make these decisions in a clear way. Okay? And then strength. Again, with the branching up, right? 1 second. Oh my, yeah, wow. It's a good thing I have this, because, like, things don't always pop out. There's an owl in this tree. I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's an owl in this tree. There's also, it looks like a drawn skull on this tree. Again, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just like a skull that's been drawn on the tree. Looks like a skull. Wait, no, that's a moon. Hold on. Hold on. It looked like a weird skull, but now it looks like a moon. Okay, so you know what? Skull and the moon. Okay, we have death here. Okay. Remember, you're tapping in. You're tapping in to your intuition. You're meditating. You're getting a lot of symbols. You're getting a lot of messages. So we have the owl here for clarity and wisdom in the other side. And we have a skull, but then it turns into a moon. Okay, so the death, but also phases, okay? Phases of the moon, cycles, okay? These cycles, really tap into the cycles of the moon, probably will help you focus. Oh, focus! Focus. Yeah, you do need to focus because you're making this choice and you're doing it, you want to be with a clear mind, right? Okay, that makes sense. This all makes sense. Individuality. You want to really remain, your hope is to really remain attached to your individuality, like to be able to express this as much as you can. You don't want to lose this. There's something about this that really is magical and that makes you, of course. To tap into that. It also could be that, you know, it's okay to go it alone or to be strong as an individual. And then from there, then you can make successful partnerships. So there is that. Congratulations, success. Yeah, success will happen here. It's going to be success. There's a lot of success here. I mean, you know, there is a choice that needs to be made, but there's success here. And this feels really good. One more card. Ha! Summon. Yeah. You have the power in your fingertips. You're successful. You have success at your fingertips. There's something so magical about you and what you're capable of, even if you don't realize it. You know, and the world does the most to make sure that you don't recognize it, right? Let's be honest. But I feel like you're really in touch, you're really in tune. And I feel like you really can, you're so creative. And this gift that you have, this creativity and this connection is really going to bring you a lot of success in life. And it's going to bring you success in this situation. Okay? Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. One second. Yeah. Okay. You're doing well. You really are more connected than you know. She feels, she knows. You're in touch, you're in tune with your emotions. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of experiences that made you who you are. And a lot of them not so great. Okay? Let's be real, right? But you've come really far and you need to acknowledge that. And I'm sure you do, but maybe just acknowledge it a little bit more. Maybe do an accountability list of the things that you've accomplished, but also that you've made it through. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you've actually made it through. Really tough, hard times that you've made it through. Like that sort of accomplishment, okay? Not so much the physical accomplishment, which you can list, but this is more like the things that you overcame. Because I feel like that's important to really prove to you how powerful you are. And that'll really help you move forward and make this decision as well. Dream a beautiful dream. Yeah, your dream is encompassing. It's connective. It connects the world in a way. There's something about technology here. There's something about connections. Collective unconsciousness. Collective as a whole. The world. Spiritual collective. But your dream has to do with this kind of connection with other people that's really expansive. In a way that's expansive. Right? Via technology. Okay, here we go. All right. Said speaking of expansive. Okay. So we got trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. And I was thinking expansive when I see this. Look at all the creatures that surround her that are coming out from her headspace and around her headspace, expanding out these different aspects of yourself. You have so many abilities and so many ways that you have learned to adapt, and you know, you're very flexible in the way that you can again adapt and grow, and the skills that you bring. Yeah, you're ready to fly, but you need to trust yourself. There needs to be this level of trust for what you bring and what you've done with your life. In combination with this expansive energy outward, there's this pull within. This pull within. And when I see these two cards, I'm thinking High Priestess. Right? The pull within, to go deep within, to really know what's down inside you, connecting inside you, and also expanding out. It's very beautiful with this headspace. This looks promising, whatever it is. Okay. And when I said that, expansive headspace, and I know we got this in a prior reading, but they flew out together. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Again, expansive. You're expanding. You're connecting. So meditation very strong here. Take time to connect with spirit as often as possible. Spirituality is really important. Meditation, you know, binaural beats, focusing, clearing the mind. But yeah, all of this helps you go beyond. Again with the High Priestess. And then shock of the new. Yeah, there is, again, you're very shocking, you're very bold, you're very new. But also, too, it's going to be, again, pushing you out of your comfort zone as well. So this is twofold. This is your bold, expansive personality and what's pushing you forward and pushing you beyond. But also, too, it's pushing you past your comfort zone. Just a little, maybe a lot. Seeing the true you, seeing your true self. So there is this, it's balance. Again, this balance of going within and connecting without, going without, you know, going into beyond you and within you. Okay? So there is that balance of that. Okay? So there is that going on. But yeah, going deep inside. So you really do, you're going to be doing a lot of inner work and a lot of meditation. That's really going to help you make this decision. That's going to make you be ready for this decision. I feel like the decision's already kind of made. I feel like it's kind of like already a done deal. It's you being comfortable with it and you really taking that step. That's what I feel. I feel like, yeah, you just need to do it. But you need to be comfortable. Like you need to be, not that you're going to be comfortable because, like, you know, you're moving out of your comfort zone, but you need to be ready. And the way you ready yourself, it's like, yeah, you're never going to be truly comfortable with it because it is a change. But you're strong enough to go through this change because of all the things that you've been through that have surpassed this. Like, you think it's a big deal, but it's actually like you've been through some crazy shit. And you made it past. And here you are looking at this thing like, oh, I don't know. And you could do it. Right? That's what I'm getting. You just need to really connect with yourself and then connect with the beyond. Because you're so ready for this. This is a change that's been, you're ready. And transformation is coming. And the cycle is spinning. You know? And success is there. It feels really successful. But again, you know, taking the leap, that leap of faith, and trusting yourself, you got this.